Welkom.
Welkom.
Welkom
bij
Een
nieuwe
aflevering van
OHM.
OHM.
My name is Harman Rering and I'm 72 years of age. Every time I get into my car, I fix Baba's photo on the steering wheel, so that he is with me. When I have children in the car, they ask, who is he? And I respond by saying, he shows me the way. Hij wijst mij de weg. How I lived before I knew about Sai Baba? Yes, that is a very personal question. I lived a very worldly life. Together with a good friend, I had a wine cellar where you could taste different wines. That was great. You could drink wine from Baron de Lursalus, that is a Sauternes wine, which is famous around the world. Apart from drinking wine, I smoked hash. That was part of the life I lived. Your peers have great influence on your actions. It was a time of freedom and merriment. There was a feeling something was missing, and I knew it was there. That something was already in my life before I learned about Sai Baba. I had always been searching for this. At that time, I had a relationship. It took all my attention. I surrendered to enjoyment. But already soon came the inner feeling that this was not what I was looking for, and that true happiness was not in these enjoyments. I think that everyone at that young age has body consciousness, that the feeling I am this body is very strong. Do I have a body or am I this body? I have a body because I believe this body is temporary. It is a kind of car you have rented. I am my body. This body is given to you during this earthly life. To learn, you should not give too much importance to it. I am the body. That is my scientific conviction. Yes, you are hungry, you get tired. These are all bodily states. I realize that my body has many needs. I love nice food, but then I realize that it is not necessary to increase your wants all the time. My body is not always aware of this fact. Two fellow students that I didn't know very well had the plan to go with a Volkswagen buggy to Thailand. I immediately joined them and thought this was a great adventure. Through Europe and then through Turkey and then through Persia, which was the name at that time, and Afghanistan. And in Afghanistan the car broke down. That was the moment I decided with one of the four to go back home. In Istanbul, I had purchased some hash, and that I had put in my luggage into my wallet. It had a very strong smell. This hash I took from Istanbul to Persia, Tehran to Kabul, and back to Holland, passing all borders and customs. It was not a very big amount, but you could get severe punishment for this smuggling. Later it dawned on me that through ignorance you enter into the world, act without fear, and later you realize you were protected from harm. There are around us so many temptations, so many stimuli, so many worldly wishes that we, as humans, have to endure. What are the worldly temptations for me? What are worldly temptations for me? To have much money, objects, many objects to make your own, to buy and to possess. You can have many wishes, but do you really need all this? A lot of things drop off when you realize you do not need them. Worldly life gives, in the end, a feeling of dissatisfaction. The realization that it is not where I am born for on this planet. That realization clears the way for the insight that life gets more meaning when you turn your attention not to the outside, but to the inward world. That you take the spiritual path, so to speak.
Het spirituele pad opgaat, om het maar zo te noemen.
I went to Hatha Yoga lesson, and there, for the first time, I saw the name of Sathya Sai Baba and sayings of him hanging on the wall. They did not appeal much to me at that time. I read them, but there came no inner eureka, nothing of this. Later, another yoga student said that I should read something about the Sai Baba. The book Sai Baba, Man of Miracles. Harman, read it, he said. I started reading and was immediately knocked off my feet, so to speak. It was a recognition of much which I had searched for in the years past. It was truly an important moment in my life, because I realized this is what I knew that was there, what I had looked for, but could not find till this moment. Yes, he is here, now. After becoming aware about Sai Baba's existence on earth, I learned about the concept of the 5 human values: truth, love, non-violence, peace and right conduct. When you add those 5 values up, and then you have God. That is what Sai Baba tells us. On the other hand, if you practice, be it only one of those 5 values in your life, the other 4 automatically will join in time. This is a very practical way of practicing spirituality. The concept of Dharma, right conduct, yes, that refers to the body. It is the body that behaves. You start thinking, and this thought goes through the senses to the outer world. You follow your impulsive thought and go out, or go to buy something. What is right conduct? When you do not harm yourself or somebody else by the action, and you have put yourself this question, because mostly we act rather impulsively, but by asking yourself this question, does any harm result to myself or to somebody else? When the answer is no, then you can go on. If yes, stop doing it. Very simple. Your mind also suffers from the drinking of alcohol. Sharpness of intellect decreases. I stopped immediately with the drinking of alcohol. These are unimportant facts, but add them together, it results in a different kind of life. Love to me stands for caring for other people. All the things you want to do for someone else, to make somebody happy or feel good without asking for something back, I think that is love. Love for me is giving a big hug to my mother, my father, my sisters. Non-violence means to me that you solve problems without using violence. You have to respect other people, not to harm each other in life. Vegetarian food is a kind of non-violence. We have no right to kill innocent animals and eat them. Sometimes you must take difficult decisions, and you feel that you are in a way pushing back the world. And the world is made up of friends with whom you have a relationship. Going a step back in your relation, that hurts. You are aware of the pain you cause to another being by stepping out of a relation. Two years later, in 1980, was my first visit to Sai Baba. As soon as I had saved enough, being a student.
Toen ben ik naar India gegaan en naar Sai Baba. Ja.
Sitting there on the grounds and seeing a small figure walking towards you on the sand, it was an overwhelming experience. Words cannot express. Tears started to flow. It all seemed so normal. Sai Baba fits in the Oriental tradition that says, when things get worse on earth, people seem to have forgotten the difference between right and wrong. To say it simply, then God himself comes as a human being on earth to show mankind how to live, to show how we should behave the right way. Here in the West we are not familiar with this, can hardly believe this to be true. You often hear people react, Sai Baba God? What nonsense! Impossible! How dare you say this? They feel this as an attack to their belief. The concept of God in the West is a God that you adore, towering high above you. Say that he is on a cloud in the sky, not to reach, very far away.
Op een voetstuk.
One of the sayings of Sai Baba, spoken to many devotees during interviews, yes, I am God, but you are also God. The difference is that I know that I am God and you do not know it.
Ik ben God.
I am God.
Nee.
No.
Ja.
Yes, I'm God, even that I'm not yet completely aware of it.
Wow.
Wow, I am God. Then I must be very busy. I think this is the lesson that we must develop, this awareness that we are God. No. We are all God, particles of God, so God. About creation, Sai Baba told us that God has split himself up into the whole of creation. The whole creation is God. So this chair, the floor, the dog, we humans. Unity. This was the teaching that Baba gave us more and more as years passed by. There is only one. When you use the word I am, that is the God in you. We are working on this, but the experience will come that we are all one. Baba said about followers, I have not come to gather disciples and followers around me. He has been crystal clear about this. I have not come to start a new religion. His message is, stay with your chosen faith and renew it with the new energy you develop by knowing me. When a Christian, become a better Christian, a Muslim a better Muslim, a Buddhist a better Buddhist. Every God is in essence the same. Another outer appearance, another name, but in essence it is the same God. God is one, has many names and forms. So it is not correct to say, Jesus, he is the only one. All other faiths, Muslim, Sikh, they are not good. Baba warns us not to make this mistake. The message of Sai Baba is short. He put the question to me, how do you reach God? When Baba asked me this, I answered, serve all. And Baba completed the sentence, and love all. I forgot the most important, to love all. That is the essence of the scriptures, love all, serve all. The destination of man is that he sacrifices himself there where he is born for humanity. Then you automatically reach God. The destination of man is to serve society. We together form society, and society is God. Sai Baba said that the person you help, that person is you yourself. You are helping yourself. We are all God. The other God person has hunger, has pain, distress. You are helping yourself. If you notice, then you see the difference with the situation when you distribute your goods to the poor in charity work. That you are aware that you are helping yourself makes a great difference.
Dat maakt dit werk heel...
Baba says also, when a beggar asks us for some money, we know we should not give money. If you do, the problem for the beggar continues. You can give food or distribute food to more people who are hungry. It was Sai Baba who brought me to do seva, selfless service.
Dienstbaarheid komt recht vanuit.
Selfless service comes straight from the heart. It should not be a means to gather good karma by helping an old woman to cross the street. No, it must come from your heart, from deep inside. It springs from love. Yes, selfless service springs from real love. Well, I think you need not see it as something big. I think it starts with small things. If somebody smiles at you and you smile back at her, I think that is something beautiful. Helping the homeless, that means giving food from 6 to 11 in the evening during winter time. At 11 o'clock the night shift arrives. They take care for the safe night for some 50 homeless people. In the early evening and is distributed, coffee and tea served, and you speak with people when they want that. Very simple.
Heel simpel.
Are we going to serve the food out this evening? If needed, we can help to distribute it. Yes, that is nice. When you have cooked the food, to distribute it is nice. Then you can see if they like and love the food. Because sometimes they don't like it. They say it is rubbish. That always shocks me. You have cooked with love, so this is like a blow on the head when they do not like the food you have cooked. It's a pity you have to throw it away because they took 1 spoon of it. Very annoying. And then they ask for bread with cheese. It is so good for you not to become irritated because of this. It is your ego that comes to the foreground. You still want some thankfulness back. This is an important lesson, and these learning moments are there every time you serve. There are lessons everywhere, because the other person serves as a mirror to you. You see yourself in it. That is a golden opportunity and gives great satisfaction. We have still time, 3:15. We have 2 more hours. A great word of Sai Baba is, helping hands are holier than lips that pray. From the moment I read this teaching, I like this one very much. It underlines the importance of practice.
You want to eat? You have soup and you give me the...
Soup, yeah.
Okay.
You may have much knowledge. You can have read lots of books, but if you do not practice what you learned from these books, it is only ballast. So it amounts to putting into practice what you have learned. This is the starter, this is the soup, and the meal is coming. The God you first see outside of you on the altar and to whom you pray. Experience Him inside yourself. You do not need to go to church. Practice in your daily work what God inspires you to do from within. You want to take some of them? Spoon, fork. Okay, have a good appetite. Openly talking about selfless service can have the effect that some proudness develops. Just look at me. Knowing this, you prefer not to talk about it, but okay, it is a topic now because it is a source of much gratitude for me. Nowhere, not even at my work as a psychologist, have I felt so much contentment as during seva work. This I tell everybody, start doing this. Doing something for society gives so much satisfaction. I would never have done this selfless service had I not met Baba, and I'm very grateful to him. There is no greater joy for me than doing this seva. Doing something from your heart for another person, not expecting anything back, gives great inner joy and happiness and satisfaction. That experience I completely owe to Sai Baba. Yes, my life has completely changed since Sai Baba came into my life. I changed from a worldly lifestyle to a more inner life. I search less for support in the outside world, like beauty. You may enjoy it, but it is no more a precondition for happiness. Yes, it has changed me. I think into a human being that has less nasty characteristics than he had in the past. Yes. That process, changing the bad qualities into good and godly ones, that is what keeps us busy in this life.
Namaste, tot de volgende keer.
Hoi hoi.
Bislama, Sairam.